today I'm doing a Disney themed video because I'm in a really big Disney mood this month for some reason. So yeah, it's definitely been a while since I did a Disney video. That might have almost been 2 years ago when I did my top 10 favourite Disney movies, which you can check out here. Or is it over here? I don't know how this works yet, bear with me. So for me, the most important thing about Disney at the moment are the characters, and I noticed my favourite characters in the movies tend to be the females or the heroines. So I wanted to do a top 10 favourite Disney heroines video today. Now that's not just top 10 favourite Disney princesses, we're talking all of the main heroines, like all that would be considered the leading character or a co-star at least. So unfortunately a lot of the cuter female characters that are more of like side characters or they're not in the movie much or don't make much influence on the plot, they can't be in this list, I'm sorry. So just to lay down the rules before I start the list, it can only be a Disney heroine from a Disney animated movie. That's 2D or 3D. Pixar also counts, Disney Pixar, but it can be from a live action movie, like for example, Mary Poppins won't be in this. So here we go, my top 10 favourite Disney heroines. Firstly, some honourable mentions. These ones I really kind of struggled over. They almost made the list, some of them, but they just didn't quite for some reason, so I'll quickly list them off. Nanny from Lilo and Stitch. She is such a strong character. She has to go through so much. She's such a great big sister and guardian for Lilo. They're both going through so much together. Amazing character. But I just never got why she didn't find Stitch. It's cute. She always thought Stitch was ugly and weird and she just would look at it like this. I'm like, how could you do that to Stitch? I love Stitch so much. Like, ah. So she can't make this list because I feel betrayed because she's not a huge fan of Stitch. She does grow to like him obviously, but still. And Duchess from the Aristocats. I love Duchess, she's just so sweet. She's my favourite out of all the cats. And that's with those 3 adorable kittens. I love Duchess, just so feminine and so gentle to everybody. She's just like a perfect, gentle presence. And Audrey from Atlantis. She's a really good character, very down to earth, very interesting character, but she didn't get enough screen time and I don't even think she could be counted as a co-star. She's just kind of there with the crew, they kind of come and go, so she couldn't make the list. Lottie from The Princess and the Frog. She's so fun and silly and I can relate to her a little bit with a giant pink dress and stuff. She's a lot of fun, but she really is just there for comic relief, so Lottie doesn't make the list. And probably the most obvious honourable mention? Mulan? She saved all of China, guys. That deserves a mention. And lastly, some very tiny mini shoutouts to Barbie from Toy Story 3, Elastigirl or Mrs. Incredible from The Incredibles, and Joy from Inside Out, because she is far too relatable. So those were the appetizers, and now on to the main course, my top 10! Number 10. Captain Amelia from Treasure Planet. Okay, we're off to a slightly obscure start here. Treasure Planet is a pretty cool movie. I didn't grow up with it, but I've seen it quite a few times now and it's really cool, but she does it. Like, I watched the movie for her. She's just so expressive and very interesting character. Have you noticed, like, you know her little, cause she's like an alien, but she has like cat-like ears and she has little, like, twitchy ears that express themselves really cutely. I have to say I'm a little biased because she is totally my type. Guy or girl, totally my type. So I've got a weird crush on this animated alien character a tiny bit, which let's not focus on it too much. I like her, she's like no nonsense, she's bossy, she gets stuff done, she's a great captain, but they give more depth to her character than that. They could have easily just made her a snooty kind of bossy posh captain, but instead she's got this kind of warmth and humour to her which shines out like a true almost mother figure in a way, which is really cute. Especially it's also funny that she doesn't really listen to anyone except her, oh I can't remember the name, her Gollum kind of bodyguard or assistant. Yeah, she's a lot of fun, so Captain Amelia number 10. Number 9. Meg from Hercules. I haven't met anyone that says they don't like Meg. Like, Meg is just such a great character. She's so funny and sassy and it's so refreshing to have like a leading Disney heroine who's like just cynical, you know, she's so cynical. She's been through so much. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure I heard and kind of noticed myself that Meg is the first Disney heroine to kind of be shown, or even her just straight telling that she has been with another man before. Because like all the other heroines before her, I'm pretty sure are just very like so pure and they've never felt or experienced love before, but they want it. And Meg's just like, I've been with so many guys and they all suck, love sucks. She's just a lot of fun, really funny. I think she's the best part of the movie. I always thought, unfortunately, that Hercules was really bland of a character. Didn't get him at all. Thought he was very one-dimensional. But Meg should have been the one to have her own movie. Or at least a spin-off with her and Hades. That would have been so fun. So yeah, props to Meg, the weird noodly heroine of Hercules. She's so skinny. Number 8. Jane from Tarzan. Again, like Treasure Planet, Tarzan's an okay movie. It's alright. But I watch it for Jane. Jane is this character who dresses like a Disney princess. She's got like her big puffy, totally impractical dress on. She looks very pretty and cute, but she is just so goofy and inelegant. There's like the opposite of great. She's just all over the place. She's so over enthusiastic. She's just so like doesn't hold herself back at all, and I love that. And I have to say, I feel like if I was put into a Disney movie, I would be Jane, because I wear this totally like cute frilly and practical clothing and just completely just goof around, no elegance or grace whatsoever. And she's like so enthusiastic like me too, so I really relate to her. I feel like me and Jane, other people find us a bit embarrassing sometimes because we're just so like into something, we're like so enthusiastic. We have no issue just like expressing what we're really feeling if it's really loud feeling. She's an artist and a biologist as far as I'm aware. Like she's so cool, really smart girl, even though she's just ridiculous and silly. I think she's a wonderful character. So number 8 is Jane. Number 7. This is one that I thought I'd never be saying in a top 10. Cinderella. Back when I was a kid, there wasn't an official Disney princess kind of brand, but there was a core 6 female characters from Disney which were kind of sold and marketed as a set. So the 6 were Snow White, Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Aurora, and the main figurehead, and she still is today, Cinderella. Out of all of those, I always thought Cinderella was the most boring, and I never got her hair. Her hair used to annoy me so much, her like tied up hair. I was like, because obviously I was like super into like all the long flowing princess hair that all the other ones seemed to have. I was like, Cinderella, what is that hairstyle? When I was little, like, yeah, she seemed really bland in personality and expression compared to all the other princesses in that line, you know, Ariel and Snow White, Jasmine, they're all very blah. But now, I really appreciate Cinderella and the movie as well, which is one I never used to watch much, but now I would like to watch more. Cinderella, I feel, is like the embodiment of someone that is just constantly just life is against them, and you just want to give them a hug and you want to do things for them so they can have their happy ever after and have their wish come true, if we're talking in fairy tale terms here. So to me, this movie is all about how the kindness of friends and strangers is so important to helping people get out of that situation. A support line, shall we say. That's why my favourite scene, and I feel is the most important scene in the movie, is when the mice and the birds make Cinderella's pink ball gown. The original ball gown she was meant to wear to the ball, but she didn't have time to make herself. That's just so important. It's just such a heartwarming moment when she finds that dress. And that is my favourite dress! I'm so annoyed that they had to give her another dress. She's so cute, that dress. I would wear that dress. Sorry. I know this is all fictional characters and stuff, but I find it kind of upsetting when people are like, oh, Cinderella didn't do anything to make her dreams come true, it just came to her. I'm like, sometimes people have terrible lives, and having some good luck and some lovely people do things for you is not bad. It's wonderful, and it reminds you of humanity. I just feel like that is the core meaning of Cinderella, like help people's dreams come true. I just want Cinderella to be happy. She'd been through so much and she's so nice. I do like that popular quote as well, that Cinderella wasn't looking for a man. She was looking for a nice dress and a good night out. She just wanted to go to the ball. Like, let her enjoy the ball. If she finds a nice guy there, it's no different to when you go to a club or something, you know? She's free, she's single. And lastly with Cinderella, I've really started to appreciate just the merchandise or anything that's branded around the original Cinderella movie style. I love it. I love all the pastel blue with hints of pink and silver glitter and pumpkins and glass slippers. I think it's the ultimate traditional fairy tale princess look in a Disney twist, and I can understand why she's the figurehead. So yeah, Cinderella, bless you. Thanks for being patient with me. You're number 7. Number 6. Giselle from Enchanted. It it count? She was animated at the start of the movie. It counts because Giselle is technically an animated Disney princess who happened to accidentally fall into the real world. I loved this concept of this movie, Enchanted, and how Giselle is just like a huge parody of all the whimsy and preciousness that the Disney heroines are known for, especially the princesses. She is just so OTT. She's like that ramped up to 11, and I love it. I love how she's just completely in this absolute insane fantasy world of living. But on top of that, I also just really like her character development. She is this ridiculous kind of over-idealistic, overly romanticized character, and she learns from being in the real world that not only can she like treat things with a bit more reality, a bit more you know, wisdom, but she knows that it's important to keep some of her whimsy, her romantic side. That's what the male character, if anything, learns more than what she learns from the real life, is that it's okay to be a little bit like a Disney princess sometimes. I think a lot of us, especially Disney or girly girls, can relate to being with a partner who just doesn't get it, and they're just like, what are you doing? Don't do this, this is embarrassing, stop this, like you can't just live in a whimsy world. And then we're like, no, let's do all of this lovely stuff, and I'm gonna wear this dress that won't even fit in the house. I have to say that wedding dress though, if I can never be bothered with the expenses of marriage, I have to wear a dress like that. You go big or you go home. She was doing it right. The giant fluffy wedding dress is perfect. When I was younger, I always wanted to cosplay her with her dress she made out of curtains. That's like her main outfit. I love that so much, and the lovely colours. I have to say though, Giselle, one of the first things I learned about going into the real world as an adult was curtains are really expensive. Don't cut them up. Yeah, Giselle's a lot of fun. I like how she's basically a parody, but she becomes a deeper character from that. She's awesome. So yeah, Giselle number 6. Number 5. Halfway there now. My number 5 is Rapunzel! There was the moment when I was watching in the cinema, the opening scene when she's singing When Will My Life Begin? And she's just in this room kind of trapped, but trying to make the most of it, and she's obviously built up a lot of interests and hobbies through just being there and nothing else to do, so she's just doing a lot of that. I really related to that, especially with illness. When I was younger and I first got diagnosed with a chronic condition, I felt really trapped for a while because I hadn't had any training or therapy on how to balance it, pace it, and stuff like that. So I felt like this character Rapunzel in this room, she didn't know when her life would begin. I think she was very naive at the start, which I related to as well, very sheltered. I still have quite a bit of naivety sometimes, but I feel like I've got a lot better. I feel like the time that she comes out the tower and is free for the first time was when I moved to the city, because then it was so much easier to see people. On top of that, I'd been in a toxic relationship, so I especially related to so much how Mother Gothel would keep telling her how bad the world is and people are bad and you can't trust people and all your friends are terrible. Way too much actually. So that wasn't helping, like, you know, reaffirming that I should just stay and not do anything, you know what I mean? I didn't mean for this to get so personal, but that's honestly why I'm so connected to her. The scene that I think is the most important in the movie is the one where there's no speaking and no singing. It's just the festival when Rapunzel goes to town for the first time with Flynn, and she gets her hair tied up, like letting go of all of her hair baggage, shall we say, so she can be free, and everyone is supportive of her. They encourage her talents. You can see her painting and dancing and doing all the things she did back at her house. They're accepting of her, and she learns the world isn't a scary place. It's lovely and supportive. So kind of similar to why I like Cinderella in a way, I suppose. And she's just so cute as well. They did great at giving her this cherub baby face that's just like really curious about the world and doesn't know what's going on, and you feel quite sorry for her, but then she gets quite like a sassy face sometimes, like she's got a bit of humour in her. Yeah, I love her outfit as well and all the merchandise that comes out with her. She gets all the nice kind of like pinky purple, which I really love as a colour. So like, yeah, Rapunzel stuff's cute. And she's got mega hair, man, mega hair. She's awesome. So yes, Rapunzel number 5. Number 4. Pocahontas. Now, putting this subpar movie aside, as you know I do like the movie, but the historical inaccuracies and stuff, that's a mess, we'll leave for another day. Pocahontas as the fictional character in the movie, I love her. She was my favourite Disney heroine when I was a kid. I wanted to be Pocahontas. I wanted her long, super long, amazing black hair. I wanted to magically swirl around in the wind with magic rainbow leaves. I wanted to be in touch with nature so much I could talk to the animals and make rocks glow and everything like that. It was just like my dream to be in this world. I loved how carefree she was. She was cheeky and she would just jump off cliffs and she would go against the rules because I'm a rebellious teenager, Pocahontas. A lot of people say she's a bland character. I don't know. I never really felt that. I just thought she was interesting and fun. I also think even now, like, she is the most beautiful Disney heroine, princess, whatever. Certainly she's part of the Disney princess line, but like, when you see her lined up against all the other characters, they're all like kind of cute and a little bit same face, and then this Pocahontas who's like voguing over here. But yeah, there's no deep reason to why Pocahontas was my favourite as a kid or why she's still in my top 10 now. I wanted to be her. She's beautiful and amazing. She does touch with nature. That's literally it. So Pocahontas is my number 4. Number 3. Protect copy strike. Ariel! I'm not sure what else there is to say. She's a mermaid! Who doesn't want to be a mermaid? She's so cool! So I always wanted to be Pocahontas when I was a kid, but secondarily I always wanted to be Ariel. And I'd say that was the movie I watched the most. So yeah, you know how a lot of kids want to be a mermaid because it's cool and you can swim in water and have a tail, be really cool. That was definitely me, but now I finally have my wish come true! So I'm a mermaid now, it's great! Look! I know Lolita fashion has Twinkle Mermaid, but this is ridiculous. Ooh. Hey Eric, get a load of this! I mean, of course I liked lots of facets about her personality too. I liked how she was headstrong and really curious. I could relate to her collecting all the trinkets. I'm very much that kind of person. I can't help but hoard things I'm really interested in. I'm very inspired by things. She's probably the most materialistic princess there is, but still, the most important part is she's a mermaid! So yes, Ariel number 3. Number 2. Esmeralda from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Okay, so yeah, as a kid, there's Pocahontas, who I really wanted to be. Ariel, I wanted to copy her and be a mermaid. And then there was Esmeralda, who I just looked up to so much. I wanted Esmeralda everything when I was little. Esmeralda was one of the coolest Disney characters to me as a kid. And then she's still super close to my heart at number 2. I don't think it would be appropriate now, but as a kid, because I didn't understand, I really wanted her outfit. I thought it was beautiful, all the textures and colours. It was just so lovely. I wanted to do all her dancing. She was just lovely and so beautiful. She was like fighting for justice. That was her thing. Justice! And she has a lovely voice, and yeah, she's super, super beautiful. I have to mention though, I think I loved Esmeralda as a kid, like crushed on her as a kid, which I didn't understand the concept because I was too young at the time that it came out in the movie. But I would draw her a lot, but I would focus a lot on drawing the hair and she has a big chest, but you know what I mean, there was something there I was like, that was probably, you know, when I realised it could also be insecure. My favourite thing about her though is something that I really try to live by today is when you come across someone that's kind of a little different or weird or you're not sure why they're like that, is to treat them with kindness and just like everyone else, because it's all just appearances. Everyone should be nice in general, but the world doesn't always work like that, and people are often scared of new people or weird things, which is understandable. So I think, you know, when I see Esmeralda, I remind myself, treat everyone gently with kindness and just like they were another you. Like at the heart of it, we're all just part of the same thing, you know? So yes, Esmeralda, super close to my heart, but didn't quite make number 1. She's my number 2. And my number 1 favourite Disney heroine is Snow White! That's right, my favourite Disney heroine is the original and classic Snow White. Unlike some of the other heroines on my list, there isn't anything too deep about why Snow White is my favourite. She's just so cute and nice! I just think she's so adorable. That's honestly why I like her. She's got such a cute voice, and I find it so endearing because she speaks like how I and a lot of other people speak to their pets. Like, oh, hello over there. And yeah, I obviously can't do her amazing voice, but then she'll be like, oh, you know, oh, you must be grumpy, like when Pumpkin isn't getting fed her dinner fast enough. But I just love her concept. I just love how she's, you know, the traditional I live in the forest with all the cute animals and big pies. Like, I like her domesticness. And honestly, I don't get why she gets a lot of flack. True, she is from a very different era, and you could take it as, you know, she's a domestic goddess baking cakes for the boys that are out at work. I get that, I do. But there is nothing wrong with being domestic, in my opinion. The most important thing is if you still have your independence, which she does. She is so sassy. She knows how to sort this out. She took on everything by herself when she was kicked out of a very scary situation where she found out that, you know, her guardian was going to try and kill her, and she just managed to be like, right, I'm gonna have to settle here, nothing else for it. Come on, animals, you need to help me out, we'll sort this out. Oh, hi dwarves, I slept in your bed, by the way, I was about to die, so hope you don't mind. I can make dinner for you as a, you know, thank you for that. She earns her keep. She's independent, I really like that. I also do really like her sassiness. She's got the hint of sass, but she's so cute, then she'll just be like, did you wash your hands? Ooh, you know, like she's like really like, it's so cute. Her outfit's pretty cute as well, like her puffy sleeves and little bows on her shoes. She's very precious, I love it. But yeah, she gets too much flack, so she's just nice. I'm not really looking for someone that I can be, you know, like a role model like maybe kids would. But even then, I don't think she's a bad role model necessarily. She's nice, she's kind, she earns her keep, she's pretty multi-talented, she knows how to handle herself in scary situations with a smile. I think she's a pretty amazing character anyway. I don't think all the Disney heroines have to be strong and, you know, got a tomboy side or they have to fight or something. You know, I think it's good that we have a mix, and Snow White is part of the mix. And true, there wasn't much of a mix at the start. Cinderella and Aurora are quite a little bit, you know, similar in concept to Snow White, but now we have a variety of Disney princesses, and I think that makes Snow White more relevant than she ever was before in terms of role models, and that you can have choice. I feel like that's okay. I feel it's okay. Half of my life is being domestic and being a homemaker. I work part-time at home. So I'm just, you know, I'm a domestic girl and I relate to Snow White a lot. So that's honestly why Snow White is my #1. She's adorable, she's sweet, she's got a bit of sass, and again, she's adorable. But yeah, thank you for listening everyone. That was my top 10 favorite Disney heroines. Now, I want to see what yours are. I think you'll find that it takes quite a while to think over, and you might want to look at a list of all the Disney animated movies because there's a lot of them and there's a lot you could easily miss out. So get back to me on that, leave your comments, and I'll see if any of them are similar. Also, are any of yours, you know, #1 Snow White as well? I have 2 other friends who have her as #1, which I'm really like happy about because I always felt like she was a little underrated compared to some of the other main princesses. So we're getting lots of Snow White love now. Anyway everyone, thank you so much for listening. Hopefully this video wasn't too long, but I bet it was because I know how to talk a lot. But yeah, until next time guys, bye bye for now.